Ukraine has accused Moscow of making hollow statements about peace, after 88 people were injured in a Russian missile attack as US and Russian officials began talks that Washington hopes will mark the first step toward lasting peace. 17 children were among the casualties after the missile hit schools and residential buildings in the city of Sumy, Ukrainian officials said late on Monday, as Moscow appeared to be exploiting the window before any ceasefire to launch attacks on Ukraine. Every day like this, all the nights with Russian missiles and drones against our country, every day of the war means losses, pain and destruction that Ukraine never wanted, Ukraine's president, Volodymyr Zelensky, said in his nightly video address. Ukraine's foreign minister, Andriy Sybiha, said, instead of making hollow statements about peace, Russia must stop bombing our cities and end its war on civilians. Shortly after Zelensky's comments, Russian media reported that US and Russian officials had ended 12 hours of talks in Saudi Arabia as Donald Trump pushes to broker a limited ceasefire. Russian media reported that a draft joint statement had been sent to Moscow and Washington for approval, with the parties aiming to release it on Tuesday. Ukraine and Russia have agreed in principle to a one-month halt on strikes on energy infrastructure after Trump spoke with the country's leaders last week. But uncertainty remains over how and when the partial ceasefire would take effect, and whether its scope would extend beyond energy infrastructure to include other critical sites, such as hospitals, bridges and vital utilities. U.S. officials held initial talks with Ukraine on Sunday evening and negotiated separately with Russia on Monday.